Okay, now we're going to work on your 3 basic getaways for a white belt. Your 3 basic getaways for a white belt. The first getaway is if somebody's grabbing you by the wrist. The second getaway is if somebody puts their hands on your shoulder. The third getaway is if you're turning behind and somebody puts their hands on your shoulders. Okay? So, turn please. So when someone's grabbing your wrist, what you want to do is you want to take your right leg, step back to 50-50. When you turn your hands and they're holding on tight, when you pull, they're going to end up stepping forward, getting them off balance. You come up and you break the hold with double fist, left hand blocks down as you chamber the right. From here, you punch either to the face or to the chest. At the same time, your left hand moves up to center gate. Key eye on the punch. So, when I'm grabbing my student by the wrist, 1, they will step back 50-50, bringing their opponent in. 2, they turn up double fist. They're breaking your hand at its weakest point between the fingers and the thumb. They pull up with both hands, they block and chamber, they punch center gate key eye, good. And that's it. That's getaway number 1. Getaway number 2, your opponent has their hands on your shoulder. It's all right hand, right leg. Right hand, right leg for number 1, number 2, and number 3. From here, all I do is I C-step back 50-50, bringing my opponent forward. My right hand goes in between their hands and out the other side. My left hand strikes my right and stays nice and tight, and I loop up and over and I sit low. I chamber my right hand as I take my left hand and cock it back, and I strike to the top of the head or the bridge of the nose, sending my opponent back. From here, I center gate, and I either punch to the chest or to the face key eye. Okay? Getaway number 2 by the numbers. 1, I step back with my right leg, bringing my opponent forward. 2, my right hand goes in between their hands and out the other side. Both hands come together. I come up and over, and I sit a little lower. My top hand will shoot to the bridge of the nose as my right hand chambers. This, when you hit, will make your opponent go back. From here, you either strike to the chest or to the face, depending on the situation. Punch. Good. Okay? If you don't want to hurt somebody, just punch them in the chest. If you punch them in the nose and you hit really good, you will break the nose. Please don't do that. You'll get in trouble by your mom and dad or your teachers. Okay? Cool. Back up. Getaway number 3. They have their hands on your shoulder. What you want to do is start in Furudachi position, chamber the left hand, bring the right hand up. Take your right leg and slide it out at an angle. Turn all the way around until you're facing your opponent and your right leg is in front. This hand scoops underneath. As we zoom in on this, please. I come underneath and I trap him. Now all I do is I pull him back. This is nice and tight. I back to knuckle into the side of the ribs. Okay? So, once again, I'm at Furudachi position. Right hand stays out. Left hand moves in. Right hand moves up. Cross and back. Turn. Big scoop. Comes around. Brings my opponent down, and I squeeze into a fist, tightening up his hands and locking him into position. C-stepping back, back to knuckling, right into the side of the ribs. So, 1, I chamber my left, I raise my right. I step back around with my right, and I turn all the way around, and I scoop my opponent's hand and trap him. You can see how Sensei Dominic is forward. His legs are nice and wide apart. He C-steps back 50-50, bringing me down, stretching me out. Back to knuckle hits into the ribs, and then he key eyes and let's go. Okay? Thank you.